Breathing in from the left nostril. And then breathing out through the right. Breathing in from the right nostril. Closing both. And then breathing out through the left nostril. Breathing in from the left nostril. Closing both. And then breathing out through the right. When you're done with that breath, just going to bring our hands down, palms facing down on top of your knees. And then breathe in through your nose. And exhale. Inhale again through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And just return to your normal breath. And then what we're going to do here is leaving your eyes closed. You're just going to bring your knees onto the mat, and your feet below your bum. You bring the feet underneath your bum, but the knees out. We're just going to bring ourselves down into child's pose. Back a bit. And we're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then next we're going to bring ourselves up. And then you're just gonna face you. Bring both knees in together. So here they can be a little further apart. Just see how you feel with your hips. Today my hips are a little more open, so I'm going to do a bound angle pose. So you're going to bring your feet together. You're going to kind of place your hands just underneath the feet, and then you're going to stretch your back nice and straight or nice and long, and you're going to look forward. So you just want to avoid sort of slouching. You just want to be nice and tall, looking forward. So about 4 more breaths here. Very good. So, maybe we should do the same. Okay. So what we're going to do next is bring the right leg just behind. And we're going to get prepared in our pigeon pose. You know, bring the right hip forward, looking forward. What you're going to do here is just kind of line up the hips nice and straight. So what you can do is stay here, and if what you want to do is not just dump that left hip down, it can be higher up. And you're going to stay here if that's comfortable for you. So there's one way to do it. Number 2, it's just a little lower down. Or number 3, all the way down. See, the lower you go, the more intense the stretches in your hip. So just see what's comfortable for you. It's the luxury of doing this YouTube videos that you do at home, and there's no competition. So what you want to kind of do here as you're breathing is just slightly press that front hip, right hip forward, and that left hip back. do here is place the palms down, bring ourselves up, and then undo that leg so you're kind of in a tabletop position, and you're going to drag that right knee to the right wrist and that left wrist or the right foot to the left wrist. And you're going to bring that left leg back, and then you're going to stay here if this is comfortable for you. You're going to stay here for a few breaths. Or option number 2 is lower down. Option number 3 is all the way down. And as you're breathing in and out through the nose, I also want you to sort of make those hips sort of straight. So you're going to press that right hip, left hip forward, and that right hip back a little bit. So a few more breaths here. And then breathing in, we're going to undo that right leg, bring it underneath us. What we're going to do is kind of do a chaturanga, so you're going to kind of press both hands down. You're going to bring your torso down, so chaturanga, but this isn't actually the pose, it's just a transition. You're going to bring the elbows in, and as you bring the elbows in, you'll probably notice that your chest starts to pump up. So what you're going to do here is press the elbows down, chest up, and we're going to get into our sort of mini or small cobra. And then bring yourself down. So what you do is get from tabletop and you kind of do a chaturanga pose. So you're going to bring yourself forward, chaturanga. But what you're then are going to do is bring your forearms down. And what you want to kind of do here is place those elbows right underneath your shoulders. So strong legs here, and you're kind of want also your shoulders to be down towards the ground. And your neck is nice and tall, you're looking forward, and then as you breathe out, you're going to be at the bottom on the mat, and as you breathe in, we're going to open up that chest, looking forward, Sphinx pose, so opening, and then what we're going to do, unless you have neck pain, so if you have neck pain, stay here. If your neck is fine, go back a little bit. We're going to open up the throat, the heart, and then bring your shoulders down. I'm just going to get down, and then what we do is press the palms down, crisscross those legs forward. So you're going to bring the feet kind of nearest to your bum. You're going to bring yourself back. What we're going to do is get into bridge pose. So what we're going to do here is place the palms down towards the mat, and you're going to bring the hips up towards the sky. And what you want to kind of do here is bring those knees in together. So you kind of feel like the thighs are squeezing together, as if you have a block, of course you can use a block, but like you're squeezing something in between your thighs and pressing the bum up. And here I want you to sort of squeeze those glutes, the bum, pressing that chest up, and then finally bringing the hands in together underneath and sort of tucking in each shoulder underneath that chest. And you're going to look forward. A few more breaths here. And then 5, you're going to bring yourself down. Very good. And then what we're going to do here next is bring the knees in towards your chest and bring your right hand up towards the sky and just placing it on the left hand side of your knees. You're going to press those knees to the right side. What we're going to do here is press the left hand out, and your head is going to point towards that left hand. So you're kind of twisting that spine to the side. If you can and you have the space, straighten out your arm. I've got this lovely fusumador in the way. And then breathing in, we're going to bring both those knees back in towards your chest, so just use that bit of stomach strength. and then left hand up towards the sky, placing on the right side of those knees, placing those knees down towards the floor and opening the right palm or the right hand up to the right and looking towards the right. And then breathing in, we're going to bring both of those knees in towards our chest. And our final pose, my favourite pose, we're going to bring the right and the left leg down. And if you have a blanket, socks, a hoodie, something warm, put it on. And we're going to bring the head of your body. So this is corpse pose. Essentially, the looks of it are very simple. You are like a corpse, but you're alive, of course. So you want to be focusing on that breath. So inhaling through the nose. And exhaling again through the nose. Let's do one more breath together. Inhaling through the nose. And exhale. And on your next breath in, we're just going to gently bring the knees in towards our chest. And then inhaling, and bring ourselves to the right. And on your next exhale, just going to bring ourselves up into a comfortable seated position. And just gently close those eyes, palms on top of your knees. And breathing in again and out through the nose. And bringing both hands to the side, just beside your body. And you're going to breathe in, bring the hands up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, we're going to bring those hands up to your chest. And here I just want to set an intention for you to use for when you're on the mountain. So, I am fine, I am calm, and I can do this. Just repeat that a few more times. If you have your own version, your own sort of intention that you can set when you are panicking and on the mountain, need a little uplift, use that. So let's do one more breath, one last time together. So inhaling. And as you exhale, let's breathe out through the mouth. And then looking down towards your hands, bowing to yourself for taking this time to take care of yourself. And then breathing in, you're going to come up. Thank you so much for doing this video. And I really hope it helps. Thank you. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have Instagram, add me on Instagram at nano.yoga. And if you have any comments, please mention them below and I'll make sure to reply. Thank you so much for joining me.